All right. Well, hello, everybody. Today I am speaking with Tammy Jaffe, and she is going to talk about the exciting topic of money changes when you do. Now, Tammy is a breakout growth expert, energy shifter, and speaker who inspires successful professionals who are dreaming to resign and do something new. Tammy helps guide her clients through the sometimes overwhelming prospect of changing careers and starting a new business. She has made it her mission to liberate independent, successful minded professionals from the shackles of a corporate career so they can start, grow, and scale their own business and not only replace their corporate income, but exceed it. So welcome, Tammy.
Hey, Libby, great to be here.
Hey, can you share with us a little bit more about your background and what led you to your business?
Yeah, sure. So I started off, I call myself a recovering CPA because I started off in finance and as a CPA and kind of worked my way up the corporate, made a few career transitions, did some project management, did client services, and ended up my career as the head of real estate technology for the third largest real estate company in the world. And through all of that, I always thought that I would just continue to keep moving up, keep growing, and stay in the corporate world because I had grown up on a farm up in Michigan and I had seen like the hard labor my dad did and like was like, I want to go the opposite. Like I don't want to have to be working so hard for everything that I'm earning and seeing, we would have years where droughts come through and we lost everything, or then another year where we'd have floods. And it was just crazy to see the hard work that we put in and then not come to fruition. So I thought the corporate life was where it was at. I thought that this would be like the stability and in the easy life I was looking for. And I loved what I did. I worked in real estate investment management for many years, and I got to a point where just hit the glass ceiling. I hit, this point where, and it's a whole nother story. I won't go into all of it, but basically I, thought I was going to get a big promotion and was told I was going to get it, and went in and during the middle of all of the reorganization told them that I was pregnant, and they basically went silent. And a few weeks later, they finally came back and said, okay, sorry, we're not going to get that role. Instead, you're going to be kind of pushed over in this corner under someone else. We're going to take away all your direct reports, and you're going to be kind of taken away a lot of your responsibilities. But yet they still wanted me to manage all this stuff. And so I just hit this realization that I didn't have control over my career. I always thought I did. I always thought that I got to make every decision about my career. And I got to this point where I realized I wasn't in control anymore. I didn't have the ability to say this is where I'm going to go. And neither did my bosses, because when I went and asked them why this was happening, they're like, sorry, Tammy, this was out of our control. And I was like, well, then whose control is it in? So even higher up was saying, this is what we want to happen. And so it just made me start realizing that there's more to life. There's more to where we're at. And I didn't want to continue working on someone else's dream to make my dream a reality. I wanted to, I had kids and I wanted to create more flexibility in my life. I wanted more freedom and all those things that I didn't feel like I had within the corporate world. And so that's when I started looking into coaching. I had always called myself a mentor manager.
Yes.
And so coaching was kind of the next step for me. And I went through and got my coaching certification and started building my business on the side and the side hustle, and just loved coaching and what I did.
So, when you chose the topic for today, money changes when you do, what do you see as the biggest reason that people aren't making the money that they want or that they struggle with money? Would you say?
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons people struggle with money, but I think one of the biggest ones is that you don't have clarity. You don't have clarity on what you really want. You don't have clarity on how you could get it. And so it comes down to being clear on what's going to make it happen for you. Many people there's so many, money stories out there and why people don't move through it. But it comes down to really finding the clarity in your life to make the change. What are the questions you need to get answered? Where do you need to go from here? And I talk about this a little bit in my book that is called You Already Made the Decision, You're Just Not Happy with It.
I love that one.
Yes. And so I'll show it to your audience here. So this is the book.
Wait, keep it there for a minute. Just take your time.
Yeah. So this is
already made the decision. You're just not happy with it. Tammy Jaffe. Okay, go on.
So it's your guide on how to make better decisions or live with the ones you've made. And I think this really plays into our money story. Like, we've decided to settle for where we're at, or people have decided that, they might say they want to make more money, but they're not making the right choices and making the right decisions to really help them get there. And that's because they don't have clarity. And what I describe this at in my book is the Clarity Trifecta. And so it starts with clarity, right? When you want to make a change, when you want to do something different, when you want to make more money, you're like, okay, I've made this decision, and your clarity bubble is kind of small, right? You're like, you've kind of made a decision, you want to do something differently, but you're not really sure how to make that happen. And you've got to start getting questions answered. You've got to start understanding what you need to do and how you need to do it. You also need to understand what not to do, because otherwise that wastes a lot of your time and money, which is why so many new businesses fail and don't do well, is because they're wasting their time and money on things that they shouldn't be doing yet.
And so tell me again what the trifecta of clarity was.
Yeah. So to expand on that, I'll show you a picture. Since I have my book right here, I'll show you. Yeah. But this is
a triangle like that. Yes.
Yeah. So it starts with clarity. And you'll see on the three sides, there's courage, confidence, and commitment. And so what I mean by that is, when you want to make a change, when you want to make more money, when you want to increase your prices, when you want to get out and talk to more people so you can get more leads, your confidence isn't really that great when you first start out. And you've got to build that confidence, because your confidence is your faith and belief that you can do it. But as you get clear and you get those questions answered, your clarity bubble grows. So you get the questions answered like, who is it am I working with? How am I helping them? What result am I going to get them? Knowing where you need to go to get your ideal clients, knowing who can help you with the right strategy to make sure you know how to make that happen. When you answer some of those questions, your clarity bubble grows, which pushes out on the three sides of the triangle, and it pushes out on your confidence so that you feel more confident in taking that step. It pushes out on your courage to give you that ability to take that first step. And then once you take the first step, the next step will become a little more clear. And then the next step and the next step. And as you continue to take those steps, that builds momentum, which builds money, brings money in, right, in your business. And so it also pushes out on your commitment. I always say you can't be committed to something you're not clear on. So people say, I'm committed to making this happen. I'm committed to making this money. But if you're not clear on how to make that happen, what's really going to make it successful, what numbers you need to know in order to make it real, then you can't truly be committed to it. So you've got to get the questions answered, get the clarity around it in order to truly be committed to it.
I love that you said the word how, because there's so much information out there. Mm-hmm. Oh, you should do this, and you should do this and this and this. And the person's like, how am I going to do that?
Yes.
How am I going to do that? So what would you say would be the first step for somebody who wants to change their life and change their income?
The first step is making the decision. You have got to make a decision to be committed to making this happen so that you can go out and get the answers you need. Right? If you're just sitting back and spinning with the ideas and wondering what you should do next, but not actually taking the steps to find the answers, So the first step is make that decision and then go write down your questions. What do you need answered? What are some of the things that are going to help catapult you to get there so that you can make it an easier process?
Is that information in your book, or might they need coaching? Or
Yeah, a lot of that is in my book. We talk about each of these areas. There's a whole chapter on each area and how lots of tools and exercises in the book as well. So how to break through some of these things to help you get there.
So I think they should buy your book, Tammy.
Well, thank you. That would be lovely if you guys are interested in making a big change in your life, making new decisions that are making better decisions in your life. It's on Amazon, or you can message me and I can get you an autographed copy as well.
Perfect. Can you hold it up one more time? Because
Yes.
I love that title.
There you go.
You already made a decision. You just aren't happy with it. Okay, that's Tammy Jaffe. And I know that you have a free gift for the people that are listening to us today. What might that be?
Yeah, the gift I want to give you all is my Jumpstart Kit. And so this is for those of you who you either are wanting to get your business started or you've already started your business, but you're not making the money you want. And you're trying to get to that next level, figuring out what it is. The Jumpstart Kit goes through and gives you clarity on the things you have got to know in order to make more money, make consistent income in your business. So you can get that at thejumpstartkit.com.
Great, great. And I just want to say hello to Meg. She liked your trifecta. Hi, Meg. Clarity, courage, confidence, and commitment. She said she loves that. And then we've got also, I think James from the International Academy is with us as well, making some comments. Well, Tammy, thank you so much for being here and talking about the topic and just for doing the work that you do. It's interesting and needed. So everybody's going to get the Jumpstart Kit. Megan, saying hi again. And that, I think that'll wrap us up for today. Thank you again, Tammy.
Thank you for having me here, Libby. It was great to be on with you and great to see you all.